everybody, Tsuyoi here.
And Atou.
And we're heading back into Coconut Island. It's where things are always crazy and happy. We slit a guy's throat last time.
I thought it was the episode before that.
Well, we slit a guy's throat. That's just the memorable part. Not really sure why we knew to do that, but we knew it was the important thing to do. Here on Coconut Island, slicing throats. What does that say? Waxing? Waffling? It's hard to tell. Why did you put the symbol so dang in the foreground? So, and you can choose chapters too, huh? Prologue, Chapter 1. That's all we're at right now. Well, we're probably on Chapter 2 right now, maybe.
That's interesting. I felt like we were kind of nearing the end of the game because it felt like we were going as much through the school as we could.
Who knows?
Yeah.
But yes, it's been eventful at least.
I guess.
I mean, a guy died. I thought he was main character, but it turns out Ray had to kill him. Or something. I'm still under the theory that was her doing, and she doesn't know it. I like your theory, though, that she's just like a ghost that's fooling herself so hard that even the dead believe it. Also, well, we haven't uncovered any of the mystery, though.
Mystery?
Yeah, like, what's with the monkness, and what's with, any of the people, though? Like, what are they hiding? There's clearly a secret going on here. So, we can't be, too close to the end of the game just yet.
Maybe. It's just that, it's locked. And then that's when the boogie stuff goes down.
And you can't, we don't want to freeze the game like last time.
Right. So then, just start running from the thing.
Which is Mr. What's-His-Face.
He kind of seems like a... What the heck? I was holding the thing to move.
You were? Oh, yeah. Wait. Were you holding it before it started?
Yes.
Okay, maybe it doesn't count if you're holding it during the cutscene.
Oh boy, one of those games, huh? Well, I was curious as to what exactly happened if I was to die.
Oh, well, just got my neck broke. Just keep on keeping on, I suppose. Who cares, right? Yeah, I guess you were wondering that, what'll happen. Is that a question mark, I wonder? The Riddler was here. He's leaving puzzles behind. Can you find all the Riddler clues? The devil carrying the countless souls. It's an old person. What about him? He hides in the shadows and prey on your fear. He preys on your fears? If he sees you... What will happen? He get you. Run away and never look back. Oh, it's a clue as to this, basically. Interesting, though, because it's basically him talking about the principal. Or Mr... I forget. So I collect them all, scavenge from all the pain in the world. That's what I said before, if I remember correctly. The rose collapsed and there is no way back. Is he off screen now?
Yep.
Is he gonna keep talking? The river life flow. Okay, it's the same stuff.
Oh. And he? Yeah, it looked like a woman to me.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why I'm saying that. Because I'm a patriarchal.
There's our Tory gates that we're just going through.
Patriarchal, man. Being strangled, caught in the grasp of a giant hand. Oh, baby. One small twitch and I am instantly crushed.
Did she say that last time?
No. I don't think so. It'd be kind of ominous if she did. They might have messages for every death.
I feel like that she said that she was strangled last time, which maybe she was. I just kind of remember being beaten to death. For all I know, the ghost may have gotten on top of her afterwards.
Who knows? It might be pretty kinky. Clearly we know the game is buggy with the death and the fighting. Well, not even fighting, the running. Just periodically touch it until you know that you're able to move or not.
Okay. This actually reminds me...
oh, wow, you ran fast. The camera hadn't even panned over and you were gone. Camera. Huh? Where'd she go? Sorry, you're saying?
Like, this actually reminds me of a thing that just, like, really irked me.
Uh-huh.
Oh, but before that, yeah, this guy reminds me of the Purple Man, mainly because of, like, the officer hat, or the hat he's wearing. It reminds me of, like, a...
Nice.
I'm not sure if it did that automatically or if I clicked in it in time.
Who cares? You're out now. The Purple Man from what?
Five Nights at Freddy's?
Ah,
Like, his hat and the other hat.
The door disappeared. I'm surrounded by walls, but... Amitabha Buddha, Amitabha Buddha, Amitabha Buddha. Someone wrote Buddha's name all over the wall. Who would have done that? Before you go any further, though, what do you mean the hat? When did the purple guy ever wear a hat?
Whenever I see the purple guy sprite, it looks like that he's wearing a hat of some sort, like a security officer's hat, which is where that whole theory that, like, you know, he actually worked at the pizza parlor comes from. And when I saw that shadow, I noticed that he was wearing a police officer-like hat.
Huh.
So it just made me think, oh, so purple guy got an upgrade.
One thing I noticed is that he seemed to be limping and his left leg was all torn up. I wonder if it happened to the principal or whoever that was. Well, read it again, because it might change, you know, sometimes. What's this place all about? Buddha, Buddha, Buddha. Buddha, 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 Buddha. Okay, what we got here? You added counseling record. Lovely. Red Piece counseling record. Age 17. Mother is a housewife. Negative. Troubled attitude. Constant tardiness. Gradually improving. Require follow-up. Encourage leisure activities such as reading. Signed by faculty members. Counselor Cheng Ming Hui. Homeroom teacher Yin Sui Han. JROTC officer Bai Guao Fang. Fang? Isn't that, like, your character? Oh. And Principal Shingen. You must defeat Shingen.
I'm trying to remember what ROTC stands for. It's like, the J is junior. I know that.
I don't remember. I just know some people who were in it.
Let's see. I know we have that in the U.S.
Yeah, we do.
But what does it stand for? I can't remember.
No clue. Oh. We's home now. Searching, looking at your bed. What? Mom's throwing my stuff away without telling me. An old photograph in the trash. A quote's written on it. Remember, hope is a good thing, maybe the best of things, and no good thing ever dies. The legend never dies. I hate it when she does this. Yeah, I hate it when people just throw away things. My bed. I sleep much better on my own bed. Look at it again. My bed. I sleep much better on my own bed. Now look at the window and see something scary. It's quite foggy outside. I can barely see the roads. Man, someone's getting it on. I wouldn't try to leave yet. They say I should enjoy my youth, but I find it difficult. What happens after graduation? Where should I go? Will I end up like Mom? Ugh. Sigh. Stop worrying so much, Ray. Life moves on regardless. Be hopeful. At least this weekend's gonna be... It's gonna be what? People often say not to look into a mirror at night. Man.
So what do you think? Door or closet?
Look at closet. A well-built closet. It was part of Mom's dowry. Neat. I don't know what a dowry really is. Something to do with marriage.
She's wearing slippers, yeah?
It seems that way. Though she's got big old block feet anyway, so it's hard to tell. Dots, they're fighting again. More dots. Feeling a bit sleepy now. I should go back to bed. I'll never get used to this. It's not an easy thing. This doesn't do anything. This doesn't even do anything. Oh boy, does this not do anything. Oh baby, does this do anything? You know it don't. Why do I still have these things? Even though I am in flashback. Go to bed. Look at the mirror.
You get a mirror again?
Yeah, sure, go ahead and try it one more time. Okay, well, nothing. Time for sleepy sleeps. Don't let the Great Gazoot get you in your slap. If a paper plane could whisk my dreams away from here, I'd go to a bar and drink some beer. Can't, do it. Where I could wake up and find myself in a foreign land. To start a new life as a stranger to all. All! Oh, how wonderful that'd be. So she wants to get whisked away by a handsome foreigner is what I'm getting out of this.
I just got that she wanted to get out of the situation.
Hey, you got a trophy! You were just saying that we hadn't even got a single trophy. It seems like the same stage, almost. Are you... Okay, I thought you were standing and the chair was like a weird icon or something. Okay, so what's up? The command post? So this is the middle of the field. It's old and battered. Huh. Command post? I guess that's where army people, say their things to people? Just keep going left. Right is the way of progress. The field's collapsed here. Everything's flooded into a river of crimson mud. There doesn't seem to be an end. The field's okay. Don't worry about it.
I wonder if that's worse or just as bad, or maybe not as bad as Silent Hills. Just big old chasms with fog.
I always thought about climbing down those. Our flagpoles stand. The ropes keep knocking into the poles. Yeah, it just happens. That won't do anything.
Figure I could tie the rope so where it's like
Stop doing that.
Yeah.
Stop being annoying. Lots of paper airplanes. And another one that moved. And then that thing. An old brick building we used to call the Red House. That's never good. The Japanese used this place as a barracks during their occupation.
So it's not Japan, that's for sure.
Yes. Not Japan. If I could fall into the sky. Do you think is that Subway? Seems kind of spook here. Oh, be careful, Atou. Store's completely blocked. Completely, absolutely.
Well, the thing is about this game, it's pretty fairly established that death is meaningless. Because, the Earth God is straight up bringing her back.
Well, I mean, in most games, death is fairly meaningless.
Yeah, but, here, it's just fairly poignant, which is, it's just an inconvenient, really.
Yeah. This should be the Puppetry Club's workshop.
Oh boy, a puppetry club.
Puppetry. A puppet theater on a hand-drawn cart.
Ah, darn.
During some break, the boys in class would use this as their battle tank. Funny. Unfortunately, they quickly broke their wheels. Neat. The bag. The sack. Oh, baby. It's up to you which door or path to go.
I see. So this is how they open up a new area for us.
They just say that there's another building here.
So, I guess we're done with the school section. And, if we're just gonna be focusing on this girl and all of her shenanigans, then what was up with, that one guy?
Wang Chen?
Yeah.
Don't know. Just introduce, things to us?
It just seems odd. If we're just going through this girl and all of her, mental stuff, what was up with that one guy?
Why was he alive?
Why did we open up on him and how he was sleeping in class and things were going down?
Right, and why was he there?
We're just completely 180'd and are just focusing on this girl now.
There's a note on the desk. Illustration. Hey by Wu Chang. Black and white impermanence. According to legends, they are two ancient officials. During a routine inspection, which fortune befell them, they perished trying to protect one another. The Lord of the Dead, seeing their loyalty, appointed them the duty of messengers of death. It was then the people who died would see them arrive to claim their souls.
Now I'm starting to wonder if that one person that we see is the person on the left, the figure cloaked in black.
I mean, they're supposed to claim their souls. He's letting you walk past.
No, they're messengers of death.
Well, it says it was there the people who died would see them arrive to claim their souls.
the way I'm interpreting that is not exactly that, like, that those figures specifically did the soul claiming. Just that, like, their souls would be claimed once they saw those figures arrive. That's how I'm interpreting it.
Okay. So left or right? Right it is. Look around. Is that? Okay, that's a door. Woo-wee! 2 figures are carved on the door. These are supposed to be guardians, but they look more like the Heibai Wuchang. Their hands look like they should be holding something. What could they be missing? Prayer beads? Doesn't seem like there's anything here.
Okay, well, oh, right. I need to actually move it in order to get her moving. And not just hold a direction and expect her to be moving that direction.
Can I just like tap it and have her just automatically start walking?
And can still hold the breath. Okay, then.
Good to know.
So, basically explore the spooky red house, find their missing things, which, what was it? A fan and,
one looks like beads.
Okay, beads, some kind of like a Feder Tengu fan, and also, dang, what is those things?
Huh?
The judging rod. Yeah, that's it. The rod upon which one sin is written down upon. The more sin's written down, the heavier it is, and the person is beaten with it.
Is that a head? Glass beakers here are from our biology lab. They are each holding puppets inside. That's great. That's just fantastic.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping for, like, the cute Japanese puppets.
A large mass of puppets hanging from the ceiling. It's just gonna turn out great, isn't it? A brick furnace. I remember back then, Mom said she burned spirit money to bless our health and good fortune. I just thought it was closer to dealing with the devil. Throw your jade pen in there. Throw your notebook in there. I'm done.
Wait a minute. I'm missing my spirit food.
Yeah, it is kind of crap.
Yeah.
He took it off you. He ate you. He ate it.
Now, the one thing that got me killed, and you're not leaving it in my inventory.
Right?
But yeah, I always found Japanese dolls to be very pretty. It's kind of like the same reason that I like Japanese ghosts so much, or at least I find them incredibly attractive with the black hair, the pale skin.
Oh baby, yeah. This should lead to the atrium.
Oh, going down.
Atrium is like the bird thing, if I remember correctly. Oh hey, a tortured soul. A kneeling figure with a wooden token on its back. Can't really tell who it is with the hood on its head. You could ask him.
It's probably just a puppet.
Probably. Wooden stocks and shackles. A bit of dry blood on the edges. Oh boy, my favorite. A kneeling figure. There's some blood on its head, on the hood. What the hell? The temple's divine incense burner. Before we pray, Mom always lights 3 incense sticks. She tells the gods her name and birthplace, then launches into a spiritual dripple. She often lays her many problems and wishes upon them. Why did she not tell a real person? Instead, they fall upon an invisible god. Would it be gods'?
Well, maybe she prays to a specific god. And maybe why that this girl, even though acknowledging that there are multiple deities, only recognizes the figure of the Earth God.
Well, apparently she prays to Earth God too.
And look how well that's worked out for her.
Yeah, she can't die.
Yeah, she just keeps coming back. Like, death is an inconvenience thanks to her god.
This cell's empty. Smells like rotting plants. What a very odd thing to say. What kind of criminals do they lock up here? Very small ones from what I can tell.
And isn't this a clubhouse?
Also another kneeling figure. Who are these supposed to be? No, one room was for the club. For a certain club. You receive spirit money! Oh boy. It's something about burning spirit money. So that's something you'll throw in the furnace later. Spirit money commonly seen at temples burned to sacrifice to the spirit gods for fortune and prosperity. How strange, I've never heard of such a thing. A metal door. It's locked.
Like, the closest thing I've...
Uh-oh.
Man, I really want to throw myself at it, but...
Huh. But you can let go. Cell's empty. Smells like rotting plants. Oh, that was the rotting plants one.
Like, I wanted to throw myself at it just to see what the death animation was going to be. But I guess the game just solved that for me.
You gotta throw it in the furnace.
I figured, but, you know, point-and-click adventure games, you know, try everything with everything.
Huh. I guess that one's still there.
But,
And that one's still there.
Yeah, when it came to temples and burnings, like, the only time I ever heard of that being a thing was if, like, during the New Year, they would draw a lottery to kind of get, like, their fortune told or something like that. And, like, at some point in the future, like in the half year or at the end of the year or something like that, they would burn it. Because, like, as a sign of, thanks or something like that for getting that fortune. Yeah. It wouldn't be the case if they got a misfortune. They'd have to do something else for that.
Oh, otherworldly spirits, I offer this spirit money to ask for your protection. Even though I said I hate this sort of thing. The fire went out. Is that the band show fan? The furnace has suddenly gone cold. Is something in there? I wouldn't say it's gone cold. How can this be? It should have been reduced to ashes if it was inside. Unless it's made of metal.
Oh, what's that down there?
That's also a good question. Feathered fan. Also, wouldn't it be hot?
Well, no. You gotta keep in mind, this thing was in a fire to begin with. It should have burned up. So,
Yeah.
of course, when you pick it up, it's not gonna be hot to the touch.
Right. Oh, doesn't seem you can do anything else. Stoke it with a fan made of feathers. It appeared in the furnace after burning spirit money. I don't know why it was still intact inside. Try and use it to, like, stoke the flames. Nope.
Yeah, it's obviously, like, just an object that I would...
Well, you died.
Disappointing. Like, you know, I would have preferred, like, a big Japanese doll to, like, drop down, grab me, and, like, lift me up.
Instead of just a small, like, whoop, hello.
Or maybe even, like, just, like, a
Mask.
kimono of some sort to, like, drop down and, like, wrap her up. And, like, the longer it stayed on her, the more that you would see that she was transforming into, like, a Japanese doll or something like that.
I would at least prefer a mass of them to get grabby, like, ah! Instead of just one, like, hello, whoop. Those human-like objects are filled with evil over time because raisins. They don't like them. Deal with them as with the lingered. Oh, thanks. Just see, the Earth God even gives you random tips. Okay, anything else? No, okay. Yeah, just that thing again. I figured that's what was going to happen. I knew something. Foul thoughts gather and accumulate until they one day take on a life of their own. They begin to twist into a monstrous storm.
Okay, so then each death does get its own little specific thing.
Neat.
I have heard about that when it comes to like evil hoodoo stuff, that things that take on the more humanoid shape are the most dangerous, because like emotions take on form, and the most easiest emotion to come across is negativity, and so like negativity will inhabit humanoid stuff and kind of take on a life of its own, the most easiest, making it like an evil thing. Which is usually why it's a common practice to where, like, if you have something for a tool for a very long time, that at some point, like after like 10 years or so, that you burn it, like ritualistically. Because the idea is that you used it for so long and so much emotion has gone into it that it's pretty much become its own like living entity.
And that's just bad automatically. Oh, because it's probably negative emotions.
It might be negative emotions. It could be good. Some view it as you are releasing a good spirit that you have born into the world, into like nature and stuff like that.
Through fire, the all cleanser.
Yep. And yeah.
Ah, you are finally alive now. Ah, Master has finally acknowledged I am alive. Ah, what are you doing?
Yeah, I know there's a specific term for that type of thing.
Be free. This isn't free. Free from the mortal coil.
Like, what is it? Suchi?
Wait, there's a thing. A scrap of paper on there. There's a note on the cart. Lantern Spectre. Uh-huh. If you chance upon a lantern spirit, avert your gaze and stand unmoving. When it comes near, steal your breath. Do not panic and it will keep on moving.
It's kind of cute.
Yeah. A good 7 out of 10. Would bang again. Would bang my head on the wall.
Okay, so now they have to throw in like the one variant of an enemy that they can think of at this point, which is the enemy who you have to hold still and let them pass by.
And yeah, and you have to wait, like, stand still. Don't look at them, even. This goes the root. It locked. Shit's locked. Roots are growing out of it, it seems. Out of the seams. It's completely blocked. I assume it's coming up, obviously. A pungent, mossy smell permeates.
Yeah, I'm kind of like curious what would happen if it got me.
It'll slam you with the lantern like an asshole. There are various films on this rack. They seem to be all tangled together. That's terrible. The film in the media room is being projected here. Our military education classes often played political propaganda. The instructor has always a million things to say about whatever happens in the film. Are there any other films I can play? Any? Various films. Now that they're all tangled together.
Anything to...
No.
Nope.
Just, I guess, move on from this room. A spook!
Yeah, but this reminds me of a situation that really annoyed me. Oh, right, the sign.
The media room. If we're lucky, we get to watch a movie as part of the lecture. It's also great for sneaking a nap. Don't talk about sleep, I'm delirious. Off into the darkness we go, never to return.
Yeah.
Where's your light source? Didn't you have one?
You mean the candle?
Yeah.
Well, it went away along with a lot of the other stuff.
The board's all moldy now. The slogan reads, "Leave your death in the hands of others."
You know, I don't need annoying noises like that right next to my ear.
I'm sorry, I didn't know it was that close. Hey, it's incense! An unmarked grave embedded in the middle of the room. With grass and everything. Shouldn't be anything buried underneath. There are 3 unlit incense sticks here. Leave them for now, I suppose, right?
Mm-hmm. Ain't touching those until, like, I explore the rest of the room.
This letter reads, "Patriotism demands of us sustained sacrifice." Okay, yoink. Yoink Dad out of that hole. You're gonna get your hand grabbed. You know it, right? Oh, it has a name. Read it. The grave of Wei Chung Ting. That's the guy that died. Oh, right. Wei he already. Is the legacy of the deceased always just a mere rock? They don't even do that in Japan though, do they?
I'm pretty sure, yeah, they have grave markings with names engraved, but
oh, no body.
most of the time they cremate, if I remember correctly.
Right. Oh, ain't nothing to do here. You can't put them back. There's no going back. So, time to leave and see
Can't
us.
even leave, like, the token.
Oh! When did all this writing appear? Snitcher. Is this about an informer? Snitcher. Huh. Someone got snitched out for being a dirty commie.
Yeah, let's see. I need the incense.
You gotta look away.
I do?
Yes. You didn't look away. But that's fine, you wanted to die. I know you knew it. You knew to look away, but that's alright, oh. Urge to kill rising? Do we have to get the gun?
No.
Not quite yet. And then the Earth God's just like, why the hell didn't you look away? The thing was very clear. I left it for you and everything.
Yeah, it just reminds me of 2 other games.
Cat Lady.
No, that was before. Like, one game, which was,
Yeah, the land inspector once roamed as a lingered and now serves the underworld dutifully. No, it's cool. We all love it. You will remain unseen if your face is turned away. Oh, look at it. It smells your fear. Do remember to hold your breath. What if I'm not afraid? Well, then your job, it can kill you. It can just stab you with nothing. It's just sand. It's just like Wooly saying ghosts can't hurt you.
you know, that's like, you know, just a generic ghost, a spook. Here we're dealing with like one of the tiered servants.
Stress cries of the weak. When you find yourself powerless, you choose to harm those who are frail. Well, I mean, the Lingered seem like pretty generic ghosts for this region. I mean, there's nothing special about them.
Wait.
You're like back at the beginning. You basically passed the lamp.
Oh, that's a bit disappointing.
Convenient.
I guess, but a bit disappointing. But yeah, like this thing about getting killed by the enemy whenever I can, it reminds me of this one game. I forget what it was called, but it's a indie PC game, I think.
Is there water?
Yeah, there's always been water.
Oh.
Yeah, it's an indie PC game, I think, and the main thing was you're going through an area and you're trying not. Huh?
Finish your sentence, but before once you're done with that, we're out of time. So.
Okay, you're going through an area and you're trying not to die.
Mm-hmm.
And
until next.
Yeah, like you're going through an area, you're trying not to die, but it's really easy to die, and it has a bunch of custom animations for like when your character dies. Like I would almost classify it as a snuff game with like just how extravagant and creative it will like kill you. In fact, it's almost like you're trying to find ways to die.
Is that the game where the loli is in hell or something, and like she gets like beat up by bosses, like dies in various ways?
I don't really consider her a loli, but it's an anime girl
Where she's like in hell or something?
Something like that. She did some ritual. Hell came upon her house, and she's trying to go through it, going through various horrors. And like the big reveal at the end is that Satan lets you out of hell, but as a reward for making it through hell, he returns all your memories of all your previous deaths that you had, because you apparently didn't remember until then.
Right. Okay. So you didn't remember any of that.
Right.
And that just kind of breaks you, I suppose.
I have no idea. I never beat the game. Yeah. It just started that. And then there's this other game called Monster Girl Quest. To where like there's literally an option to ask them to defeat you a certain way, because they each character has like their own very specific game over scene of, now you're forever bonded with this one monster girl. Congratulations.
Can you eat them?
What?
I mean, they're monsters, right?
I guess.
So can you eat them?
No, your character is very pacifist, which is like how they even get into the situation that they're in.
Can you kill them at all?
He refuses to.
Some of them will kill you, I assume.
Let's see. Some will marry you, some will abuse you, and others will just make you very discouraged. It's where it was like, I lost. I cannot continue my journey. Time to go home in shame. And that's just game. That's like the most pathetic game over I had ever seen.
Will you please defeat me in this way, please? No, you're pathetic. Go home. You're a sad loser.
Oh no, they always will. Like, however you ask them to defeat you, like they'll always do it that way. But even if you ask to be defeated that way, they'll still treat it like, oh, you didn't mean to lose, but now that you've lost, you've broken your sacred vow to never lose or something.
They'll always, do your request, even if they're assholes. They're just, polite that way.
Apparently. But yeah, the two only games where like I've actively gone out of my way to try to lose, and this is like added to that list.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's enough for this one, everyone. We'll see you on the next one.
Later.